I just want to say a few words about my dad, and then my brother Philip has put together a video for you. Of course, this is about our father George, and I'm speaking for all three of us and for all the family. Our parents were born in the same year and have died in the same year, 78 days apart. Dad was the fourth of 8 brothers and sisters. One strong recollection of Dad will always be his gentle nature and his angelic smile, which the photos are testament to that. However, we remember days in the early years of the Riviera Cafe when stress and pressure would get the better of him, and he would sometimes lose his temper. But working 7 days and nights a week made for a very demanding timetable, which took a heavy emotional toll. He had a cheeky sense of humour and would giggle at his own jokes. For example, at every family dinner he would verbally charge us 20 cents for dinner, then follow up immediately with, "That's a joke, Joyce," in case we'd taken it seriously. There was a simplicity and purity about Dad whereby he almost displayed the qualities of a naive little boy. There was a softness in him and a deep longing to love and be loved. To that end, he would go to extreme lengths to please. Just for fun, Alexis told him that Tatiana liked yogurt with dinner, which he then supplied for years. He never cottoned on to the fact that she didn't eat it. One time he woke up in the middle of the night for Alexis to watch the World Cup soccer, even though he had no idea about sport or even whether she wanted to watch the game. But to our knowledge, his only participation in any sport was that he played lawn bowls. We have someone here. Yeah, Donnie, was he good at lawn bowls? Beautiful. Oh my God, that's good to know. Mum would get frustrated at his complete lack of handyman skills. He couldn't even hit a nail with a hammer to hang a painting. But he had exquisitely beautiful handwriting, which made it very poignant and sad that he couldn't write at the end. His eyes failed him dramatically in latter years, but he just lived with that stoically. His greatest talent was definitely his dancing ability. In the first years out of the shop, when we moved to William Street, Roseville, my dad and I would spend every Saturday afternoon together, dancing for hours in the lounge room, just the two of us. At the Chatswood shop, he had become quite addicted to horse racing and placing bets. He and Mum, I have to say. However, finally moving into a suburban house with a garden gave Dad a whole new endeavour of expression. His garden became a shared passion with Julia, and their plants thrived. His favourite meze was to serve a huge platter of freshly picked salads and herbs, which he presented it to us with great pride. You've probably all been part of that. As the years went by, he had various jobs as a cook until he eventually evolved into a chef, and we were the lucky recipients of his culinary experiments and his delicious food. Dad's war years made a huge impact on him, and he would pounce on any new victim with stories of those times. To be honest, I wish we had listened more carefully. He often reminisced about his experiences in Italy. There was the time that he was riding a donkey, unaware that he was in a field riddled with mines. An Italian lady called out to him and manoeuvred him out of the minefield. This woman then saved his life a second time by hiding him inside her couch as they were surrounded by enemy forces. In 1972, Dad took our family to his magnificent village of Odu for the first time. As we walked the streets, people called me Shimonu, after his mother Anastasia, as apparently I looked just like her. Dad was the only one of his siblings that had left Cyprus to explore the world, so it was an emotional reunion. Many of them had not ever left the village. Dad only had a handful of his relatives here in Australia, but was cocooned in the friendship of the Parsley family and the Avramidis family, who welcomed him welcomed him and embraced him for life. Like Mum, his family was everything to him, and he treasured us all. Philip and Suzanne, Michael and Robin, Alexis, James and Arletta, Olivia and Rupert, Christopher and Leah, Tatiana, Rebecca, my Michael and me. Dad gave us, and particularly me, the liberty to explore and be free in an era that was quite strict and conservative. I personally have always treasured him for that. His most inspirational words to me were, "Vive l'amour," which was his favourite expression. Thank you for the blessing of your unconditional love. Happy Father's Day forever. Kalinikta Patera. Someone else, Georgina reminded me today that he used to always say, "Ainde, ainde," which kind of have to be Greek, and I don't know how to translate that. And get involved, yeah. And just one last thing, I want to us all to drink a toast to my Thea Marula, whose birthday it is today.
Oh, happy birthday, Thea!
Cheers, Thea. Okay, thank you, guys.
There's a little quick video.
I don't know where's Tim.
Tim's sitting there ready to roll.
Okay.
So just roll it, Tim. Thanks. About the last time that made sense.
Just say that again. What you were saying? You're saying about the Biasul net. Say it again.
Λέω τα παιδιά μου να είναι καλά. Εγώ επέρασα τον καιρό μου. Η ηλικία μου που έχω έπρεπε να είμαι πεθαμένος. Και όμως είμαι στη ζωή, I'm alive.
Yeah, you're still here, you pest.
Έχω και δύο-τρία κομμάτια καλά κτήματα στην Κύπρο.
No, you gave them all away.
What are you laughing at?
Τι θα κάτσω να σκεφτόμαι τώρα, τι να σκεφτόμαι. Να κάνω, τι να κάνω. Να σκεφτόμαι λίγο. Αν πεθάνω αύριο το πρωί θα είμαι ευτυχής. Είδα πιο αρκετά πράγματα.
That's all that matters.
Έκανα σπουδές στην Ανατολή, στο Ισραήλ, 1 χρόνο. Έκανα 3 χρόνια, 4 στους Αραπάδες, 5 στους Αραπάδες. Λοιπόν, είδα και τον Αράπη, είδα και τον Εβραίο, είδα όλη την πάτσα και πόλη. Πότε θα χορτάσει το μάτι δηλαδή.
Never, some people never. Τη ράτσα του κόσμου. That's funny.
Τι χωριό είναι? Λαζανιά. Ο κύριος που δεν έχει το κουπάδι είναι ο Λαζαρής. Είμαστε στο στρατό μαζί. Και το θείο τον Κώστη, τον ξάδερφο. Τη χάρη που μας είδα, αλλά δεν έχουμε καιρό να. Είδες που θα πάμε? Θα πάνω στο βουνό και πάνω.
Έτσι. Τα παιδιά είναι μεγάλα, έχουν αντίληψη τι είναι η ζωή, τι θέλουν Και μετά όρμος. Δεν έχει πάει να λες δόξα σου ο Θεός, δόξα σου ο Θεός. Πώς ο Μιχουέλ είναι έτσι τώρα. Τι το κάνει?
That's good, Dad. Good on you.
Oui. Ça fait plaisir.
Δεν τον πιάσω πάρω τις μέρες. Το πάρει πέρα σε αφήσω να σε δει. Εσένα ρε και ο αδόρ και ο Ιούλου.
Και τώρα, στα γράμματα που ο Γκερινόρ, να λέμε όλα να stick Γκερινόρ, δεν μου έδειχε να χάσω το λογικό μου.
Only sometimes.
No?
Yes. Sometimes I don't know what's going on. That's good.
Δεν τα έχω χάσει. Είμαι καλά. Αν αρρωστήσεις όμως και αρρωστήσω καμιά ανάποδη, μου κάνει εύκολα.
Yeah, that's true. Don't worry about it.
No. If I die tomorrow morning, I'm happy.
So please stay and have as much to drink as you'd like, and don't rush off if you want. And anyone that wants to come over home later is very welcome. Thanks.
Thank you.